Hello, I hope everybody can hear me. I brought my yoga mat out. I hope you can see it back there. I have it turned to the side so you can see. We'll do some sun salutations and some standing poses today. I hope you had a wonderful day. I managed to get outside. I hope you did as well. Hope you're all staying healthy and safe. And here we are in lovely Hanover, Pennsylvania. So here I am way back here. I hope you can still hear and see me. So let's, I think my head's gonna get cut off if I don't move you back a little bit. So let me move you back a little bit. Whoop. How about there? Is that better? Can you see me? Can you see me now? Can you hear me? So let's go over some yoga basics, shall we? So I've got my mat laid out like this, just so you can see me. We'll just go over some easy peasy yoga sun salutations. So I'm just going to take a step toward what I would call the top edge of my mat. I'm going to ground my feet, right? So I'm going to drop my tailbone down, pull my belly button in, and then bring my shoulders over my hips over my heels, and then finally my head over my shoulders. I'm going to turn my palms forward to let my shoulders draw in, back, and down, right? Nice and strong. Try not to arch my back, just drawing everything a calm, strong center, right? Let's take 5 breaths there, right? Great. Soften through your knees, redraw that belly button in. If you can, bring your arms out and up to the sky, and then send them back out, palms down, hands can find the legs, the feet, or the floor. And then we do what we call a halfway up. So lengthen your spine up, fold forward. Bend your knees, allow your hands to find the floor above your feet, outside your feet. Allow your right leg to take a big step back. So this is a low lunge, really. That knee can set down. We're going to step the left leg back, and then we're going to relax back into child pose. Take 5 breaths there with me. Great. Lift your hips away from the heels, keeping the belly button in. Send that right foot forward, right? So now that left leg is back. Send the right foot forward. Hands return to the legs, right? Give me that halfway up. That's what I do. Fold again, and then if you like, reach for the sky, squeeze your buns. If you like, look up, and then arms down. Can you tell we have a few dogs in my neighborhood? Let's do this again. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, dive forward. Hands to the legs, the feet, or the floor. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold. Hands find the floor. Bend your knees as much as you need to. That left leg's going to step back. We're going to do this again. Right leg steps back. So we're in that upper push-up, knees down. And again, just for this time, or continue on that, child pose. So the hips go toward the heels. Tops of the feet can be, the toes can be turned under, or you can take the tops of your feet to the floor. Whatever works for you. Lower your forehead in between your arms as best as you can. Redraw the belly button in. Lift your hips. This time the left foot steps forward. So whatever leg steps back, it steps forward, right, on the return. Right foot steps forward. Give me a halfway up, nice and long through the spine. Let's fold. Belly button in. Reach up. Send your hips lightly forward if you like. Look up, reach up, and then hands down. Right leg this time, adding on. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, dive forward. Nice long spine. Lift your heart. Inhaling. Exhaling, fold. This time, right leg's going to take a big step back. Follow with that left. This time, knees find the floor. Roll your shoulders, squeeze your buns. Lower toward the earth, literally. Lift your heart, baby cobra. And then repress child pose, right? We know that one. Or downward facing dog. Hands are about shoulder distance apart. Feet are about hip distance apart. And then just lengthen on that. Are you ready? Let's move. leg this time. Even them out. Inhale. Exhale, dive. Lift your heart. Fold. You got it. Left leg steps back. Right leg follows, please. Knees down. Roll your shoulders. Lower toward the earth. Lift your heart. Elbows are in. Squeeze. Nice back strengthening. Child pose again, or downward facing dog for 5 breaths. Right? So as we're there, you can always alternate. One heel toward the sky, one not. We're working on sending the ears in between the arms, right? In between those elbows. Here we go. Bend the knees. Left leg steps forward. You can always place that knee down if you need to, the opposite knee. So we're in that lunge again. Right foot steps forward. Lift your heart, please. Fold. Let's reach this side. Great. I'm going to turn toward you for a moment. So let's do a little mountain pose here, and then we'll take it to a forward bend. So if you want to be, you're at that top edge of that mat, close to me. Roll your shoulders back and down. Lift your heart. Turn your palms forward. Now we're going to reach forward. Up. Hinge forward. Your hands find the legs, the feet, the floor, something, and then hinge forward. Some people go for those hands under the toes, whatever works for you. Some people take their hands behind. So it's just a forward bend. You can bend your knees a whole bunch if you need to, and that's okay. Try to think of hinging at the hip and just bowing forward. Great. Are you ready? To come up, place your hands on your hips, belly button in. Lift your heart, drag it forward. Let's do a little counter pose here. Squeeze the hips and back. Great. Let's do a little side bend. So yoga, I love to do flexion, extension, and lateral flexion and rotation. So we're going to take the hands up to the sky if you can. Grab opposite elbows, tailbone down. You can put your feet together if you want or not. Soft through the knees. Let's go to the right. 5 breaths there. Now you can release the arms, right? One hand to the waist, one overhead, and then deepen into it, right? Breathing, maybe looking down. Great. Swing that arm past your face. Whew. Back where we were. One hand grabs the opposite elbow, nice and tall through the spine, tailbone down, belly button in. Let's take it to the other side. Release the arm if you like. And gently out. Wonderful. So let's do some standing poses. Back to warrior one, we'll kind of move through them a little bit. A little quad strengthening, get us moving. Even though you probably did because it's Sunday, right? So to get us there, back to that top edge of that mat, tailbone down. Mountain pose. Extended mountain pose. Dive forward, forward, fold. Hands find the legs, the feet, floor, halfway up. Fold. Right leg takes a big step back, right? So my feet are on railroad tracks. Allow your right foot to drop down. Lengthen up. Now remember where we were before. We're going to turn those palms up. Reach to the sky. Hands can find each other just like that extended mountain. Sink into those feet. Lift your heart. Let's breathe. Wonderful. Hands find the floor. Let's step that right foot forward. Lift your heart. Fold. Let's try the left leg. Left leg steps back. So the foot is on maybe a 60-degree angle. Hips are aimed toward the front edge of the mat. We sink into that front leg. Front knee is aimed toward the second toe. Make sure you can see your big toe down there. Arms up, if you like. Right? And some people even look up here. It's up to you. Inner thighs are rolling out. Back glute is strong. Breathing. Ready? Hands down. Fabulous. Left foot forward. Lift your heart. Right leg steps back again. Right? Let's take this to a little challenge here. So I've got the back heel off the ground, right? If you like, that this is my left leg, right elbow comes the outside of that right leg. If you need to, drop your knee down. That's wonderful. Prayer hands. So remember, we talked about that flexion, extension, lateral flexion. Here's your rotation. Nice and long through the spine. Reach through the crown of the head. So this is a prayer twist. Let's come out of that, right? So you can just step your leg back and then switch feet, or the right foot steps forward, halfway up, we fold, left leg steps back, right? Up. You can leave the knee off the mat if you like, or place it down, left elbow outside, prayer hands the other direction. Wonderful. Give those legs a little shake. Let's take the feet together if we can at that top edge of that mat. Take it to a chair, right? So from here, it's like a squat. Sit your hips back. Knees are not going past the toes, right? Knees are squeezed together. We make this a little less challenging. Arms can go forward. They can go up by the ears, or they can go behind. Some people do that. Stretch back. Pick one, whatever you choose. Great. Release down. Right leg's going to take a big step back. Place that sole of that foot on the ground. I'm going to turn, because I hate to turn my back to you. Right? So, warrior two. Right? So that left knee is aimed forward, right leg's back, slight angle, right? The hips are not necessarily aiming forward anymore. They're kind of aiming toward the side of your mat. We're going to roll those shoulders. If you can, float the arms out to a T. Beautiful. Draw your shoulder blades toward each other, right? Let's go through these arms a little bit. From here, let your left arm find the left leg. Swing your right arm around, right? Bent lateral angle. Come out of that. There's that warrior two. Right hand down. Turn your left palm up. Stretch back. Let's do that again, right? So it's warrior two. Bent lateral angle. There's our friend warrior two. And reverse. Twice more. Woo! Are you feeling that quadricep yet, or just me? Last time, please. Good, come on out. Woo! Cartwheel, left leg steps back, knees down. Remember that child pose? Let's take a little break here for a moment. Find your breath. Wonderful. Lift those hips. We're going to go we're going to step that opposite foot back. So from here, we're on all fours. Now the right foot steps forward, left leg's back. All right, here we go. Second side, warrior two. Find your feet first, right? Nice and strong. Hips are aimed kind of toward the side of your mat. Arms go out. Sink down. You got it. From here, bent lateral angle. Right arm to the mat or the leg, left arm up. Warrior two, left arm down. And we sweep, reverse, two, extended, you got it, two, extended, reverse, let's do one more, we got this. And hands down. Good. Step on back. Knees down, child pose, or downward facing dog. 5 breaths. sky. Great. Walk toward the top edge of your mat, feet and knees are together. If you can, take one foot back. Doesn't matter. I'm going to step my left foot back, right? Wide stance. So now we've got a wide stance. We're going to go through a triangle here. So I'm going to turn my right foot out toward that top edge of the mat. Left foot kind of goes with it. Remember how we had those arms out to a T? We're going to take those arms out again. Hands, if you can. Well, actually, let's take the hands to the hips. Sink on that right hip and then come back up. Can you do that again? Sink and up. Nice and long through the spine. Sink and up this time. Sink, stay there. Arms are out. Reach forward with that right hand. And then if you can, right hand to that right leg. Left arm to the sky. Squeeze. Imagine drawing your feet toward each other, lengthening through the spine. Look where it feels best to you. Fabulous. Come on out. Turn your toes forward, maybe even slightly in, right, toward each other. Hands to the hips, lift your heart, hinge forward, standing forward bend. Hands to the legs, the feet, the floor, whatever works best for you. Take a little break there. Walk your hands forward a little bit. Keep your heels in line with your hips or your hips in line with your heels. Great. Lift your heart. Arms out. Reach up. And out. Now, we're going to send that left foot toward the back, right? Right foot. And then that same kind of thing to work us into that triangle pose. Hands are on the hips, right? So that front foot is kind of bisecting, kind of in the middle, not necessarily right heel to heel, whatever is best for your hips. Each person's hips are different. So we're going to hinge and then up, right? It's like somebody's like drawing, right, that hip over, right? Twice more, please. 2. Keep your belly button in. Smiles are great. Arms are out. Left hand down. Right hand up. You know, it's really hard when you're outside not to look up. Here we go. Belly button in. Gently restack. Second wide-legged forward bend. If you can, toes are again facing forward or toward each other a little bit. If you can, hands go behind. I've got my fingers interlaced back there. Lift your heart. Now hinge forward if that works for you. Good. Come on up. Hands to the hips. Stretch back. Ooh, wonderful. Now, it wouldn't be right if we were outside and we didn't do a tree. So I'm going to bring this is my left foot, but you could do whatever one. Left foot to the floor, hands to the hips. Turn your right foot out. Lift your heart. So find your roots first and then grow, right? From here, slide your foot to the inside of the calf, the thigh, not the knee, please, right? Oops. It's a little challenging out here today. And then if you like, you can keep your hands there, right? Root down, reach up. Maybe the hands go to the heart, back of the neck long, set your chin. Or maybe lift up. 5 breaths there, please. Beautiful, come on down. Knee forward and then release. Great job. Everybody usually has one foot that's better than the other. And if this isn't for you, just grab onto something, hang on, and that's great. So we're going to bring that left foot forward, right? Bend the knee, right? Lift. Calf, maybe above the knee, preferably not on the knee. Whatever works for you. Hands can go to the hips, root down, and then lift up. Reach through the crown of the head. Just imagine growing. maybe the hands to the heart, and maybe reach up. Fantastic. Let's come on to there. King Dancer pose. We worked on that in one of my videos. So I'm going to turn to the side so you can see me. This is my left foot. So this is taking the hip back. So to get there, strong through that left foot, right leg lifts if you can. I usually grab it on the inside, or the outside. You can grab it on the inside. That's up to you, right? Practice there, right? That's a great place to start. If you like, make an OK. Send that arm forward. Perfect. If you want more, you start to send the leg back, and you start to tip forward. Great. I guess I should say that in balance pose, people tend to balance with their eyes, and that's wonderful. I've learned over time, I try to focus on my breath, just watching or feeling my breath, inhale and exhale, more than where my eyes are focusing, because sometimes things move, they change, so it's a little bit, but whatever works better for you. So the right foot is on the ground. If you can, that left leg comes up, inside or outside. There's that OK, right? And if you like, stay there, or you can reach forward a little bit. Fantastic. Wonderful. So my mat is still sideways. Let's do a little turn out. So if we can, I'm going to step my feet out. And if your mat is forward, that's okay. That's great. Just step off of your mat, maybe out to the side. Turn out, right? And this is great for if we sit a lot. We're going to squat down a bit, right? And then just a little side to side. Fantastic. If you can, feet are just about like heels are on there, on that mat. If you can, sink down and then put your hands in prayer position, gently sending those knees back. And if you want to, you can slide a little side to side. If that's not for you, don't do it. Fantastic. Hands to those legs. Woo. And up. Fabulous. Woo. We're going to send those knees together again. Back to that chair with a little twist. So we did this earlier, that prayer twist. We did the chair, so we're going to put them together. Squeeze those legs together. Come on down. Now if you can, take your right elbow to the outside of your left leg. Right? Prayer hands, or make a fist. Top hand on top. Try to keep your hips even. Try not to twist, so we're spinning at the waist. Nice and long through the spine, please. Hands to legs, come on up. Whew. Give those a little shake. Come on down. Opposite elbow, please. You can always push that top hand against the bottom. Gently out. Come on. Wonderful. Coming on back down to that mat. Right, so I'm going to walk toward that top edge of my mat. Feet about hip width distance apart. Hips go forward, palms up. Mountain pose. Extended mountain pose. Are you ready? Dive forward. Halfway up. With a little fold. Right leg's going to take a big step back. Knee down if you can, right? Knee down if you can. Hands to the floor. Just a little hip stretch. we're going to take this to a lizard. So if you can, walk your left foot all the way toward that left edge of the mat. Right? Both hands are to the inside of that foot. Push the earth away. Top of the foot can go to the floor. If you want more, bring the elbows to the floor. If you want more, drop your knee out to the side. Good. All right. Walk that foot back in. Right leg's going to step forward. Ooh, halfway up. The little hold. Left leg, please. Top of the foot to, or top of the knee to the floor. Right? Push the earth away. Drop that hip toward the floor, stretching out the front of the hip. If you can, that right foot walks out toward the right edge of your mat. Both hands to the inside of that foot. If you want more, see if maybe, I don't know, maybe those elbows will find the mat. Maybe that right knee will drop away. Top the foot to the floor. Hands back under. Whew. All right. So if you want child pose or downward facing dog, fantastic. I'm going to turn so we can see a little bit here. All the way down. Sphinx pose, right? So the tops of the feet are toward the floor. Elbows are underneath the shoulders. Abs are lifted away from the mat. Thighs are active. Elbows up, come on down. Crocodile pose. Okay, and turn now. I will turn. I'll put some of this grass off of my mat. One elbow over the other. Bend your knees, rest your head down. Tick tock. And gently lower down. Rest your head down. Fantastic. Let's bring ourselves to seated here today. And since you're outside with me, either literally or figuratively, maybe someday, if you can, nice cross-legged position. Let's go for some meditation. Maybe about a minute or so of meditation, finding a comfortable seated posture. If you like, the hands can find the legs, palms up. Like if you need something, this is the way I always looked at it. You turn your palms up, you're welcoming. You know, what is it that you need more of? You know, ask it to come in, you know. Or conversely, palms down, do you need to let go of something? Right? You turn your palms down. Stack your spine. I like to think of sitting proud, right? If you like, allow your eyes to rest. Let's just listen to the nature sounds and maybe the sounds of power tools. Just watching the breath as it flows in and out of the nose. you all for being here. Hope you have a wonderful day. Thanks for doing some yoga, and